Hey, what's good, everybody? It is me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me today on my review for the new anime movie, Belle, are my friends Jackie and Enduring Sunflower. How you guys doing today?
Hey.
Hey, I'm glad that you guys are here to do this review with me. Me and Enduring Sunflower, we went to go see the movie the other day. Today is my birthday, and I just want to show this stuff off because, I just finished working out at the gym, and my brother had this giant cake for me. And then I also got a birthday card. And then I wanted to share this gift that Enduring Sunflower got me for me. They got me Deku from My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. See, I didn't butcher the name today. And yeah. And I'm just celebrating my birthday, and I'm glad that we're doing this review because I thought this movie was awesome. Enduring Sunflower thought this movie was awesome. And Jackie, they thought the movie was awesome, but they do have some minor issues with it. So what better way than to have two good friends up here so that way we can talk about this movie. So before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And like D always says, podcast link down in the description. Ow, like, follow, subscribe. I hit my hand on the table. But yeah, let's get into it. So, Enduring Sunflower, I'll start with you first. Belle, we saw it the other day. What were your thoughts on the movie?
So I thought it was really good. I would admit that it had a slow pace to it, but once it really got rolling and the songs were really good, it ended up being a really good movie. So I really enjoyed the message. The animation was amazing, honestly. Visually pleasing to the eyes. So yeah, I actually ended up really liking it.
Nice. Jackie, what about you?
Okay, so I think visually it was one of the most stunning movies I've ever seen. There's so many colors, and all the colors really worked well together. I think the voice actress did an amazing job. I believe it was her first role.
Yeah, the voice actress who voiced Suzu.
She has an amazing voice, and I've even looked up her other covers that she has on YouTube Music, and I think they're on Spotify too. She has an amazing voice. However, I agree with Enduring Sunflower that the pacing was very slow in the beginning. But I also feel like very major plot points were put chaotically throughout the movie. I feel that I wanted to get to know those two little boys at the end of the movie because I didn't feel like I could really relate to what was happening at the end of the movie. I didn't know who I was feeling those big emotions for.
I get what you're saying. I feel like that when we got towards the end of the movie and we figured out that Dragon and his brother, that they were going through some abuse at home, it would have been interesting if we could have learned more. The only thing that we really learned about them was that their father was abusive, they lost their mom, and they were kind of cut off from the world. And which is the virtual reality world in this movie, where it's like you can be anybody that you want, you get a second chance at life that you don't get in the real world. It would have been interesting to see more about them, but at the same time, I think that it was an interesting twist because when I was watching the movie, I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, when I saw the trailer for this movie, I just thought it was going to be an anime version of Beauty and the Beast, which I love that they took inspiration from that and they added more of a message to it, because in Beauty and the Beast, in that movie, it was more about, Belle and Beast coming together and, Belle showing Beast that he didn't have to be a prick, you know what I'm saying? And whereas in this movie, it's like Dragon, he was being a prick, but it was a reason why he was like that. And Beauty and the Beast, the reason why Beast was like that is because he was just an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like he got turned into the Beast because of how he was. So it's like, I love that there were certain similarities. Like I got really happy when Belle and Dragon, when they were dancing, and I was getting the traditional Beauty and the Beast vibes and whatnot. But I do feel that there were some parts of the movie that kind of felt rushed, because I told Enduring Sunflower this. off the review that I felt like in Beauty and the Beast, the relationship between Belle and Beast, it grew the longer they were getting to know each other. Whereas in this movie, it's like Belle and Dragon, they just kind of had a conversation. She saw that he was hurting, and then the way that the movie kind of made it come off was that they were gonna fall in love or something, just like the traditional story. Like, Jackie, what do you think about that?
Mm-hmm.
I felt really similar because I really thought they were building up this love story between those two characters, and then it ends up being like a 12-year-old kid. That was a little weird for me. I do really like the metaphor, though, that the cape with the bruises on his back was symbolizing the actual bruises that the little boy was experiencing from the abuse from the dad. I think that was a really good build-up in the story. I think there were too many stills. Like, there were just a lot of scenes that felt like just a screensaver on a computer. Where I feel like those scenes could have been used to help build up more on personal relationships. Like with the story with Belle and Dragon and things like that.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from with that. And Sunflower, I'm going to pass the mic to you, but I just wanted to piggyback off of what you said, Jackie. I felt like those like screensaver like images and stills and whatnot was just to show you the animation for the world of You, because You, I mean, like, it looked beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as the movie started and the music that was playing, like, I was hyping the theater. Like, I was jamming out. I was just like, yo, like, this is a good way to start the movie and to show how different You is compared to the real world, which is something that I loved. I love that the animation was different for the real world and You. But Sunflower, passing the mic to you, like, what did you think?
So I really do like their own take of Beauty and the Beast, and like how Jackie said, I really thought that was going to be a romantic kind of thing going on there, but once I found out how old the kid was, how old she was, I was like, okay, this is more platonic love here, and they love each other in a different way because they're both each other's heroes. Like, he helped her get that voice back, and like getting over the trauma, what happened to her mother, and she helped him with his trauma stuff. So I really like that, and I like that she went out of her way to help him, even though she barely knew him, like her mother did.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. One interesting character from this movie that I really loved was Suzu's dad, because it's like he knew that she was hurting. And not once did he ever like try to what's the word I'm looking for? It's like he cared for her, but it's like he never tried to like overdo it.
Engage.
Well, no. Like he didn't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, of course, like she was hurting because she lost her mom, and like all he did, he just kept being supportive. He's just like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And when she went to go help Kai, like, she didn't even hit him up and tell him that, hey, I'm trying to do this. It was like the other ladies from her church that was like, yeah, like, they told me you're doing the right thing. Like, the reason why you're like this is because you have your mother in you. And, you know, me being a hero guy and loving My Hero Academia, you see I got Deku here. I got Deku right here. You know, heroes, they save people even when they don't ask to be saved. And that was one of the things that I loved about Suzu and her growth. And, you know, just the scene where their dad, Kai, and his brother's dad was beating on them and trying to pull her off. And when she stood up and like she was protecting them, like, yo, like that scene, it was emotional. That scene, and then the scene where she was singing to everybody in You and she showed what she really looked like, and then everybody in You was singing with her. Like, that was an awesome scene. Like, I got teary-eyed for that scene. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the supporting characters in this movie were awesome. Jackie, I want to ask you, who was your favorite supporting character?
My favorite supporting character? I first I liked the best friend. I've already forgot her name. But then she kind of got a little annoying for me.
She was just like, what are you doing? You can't show them what you really look like. We worked too hard for this.
I'm a sucker for the childhood friend to lovers trope, like that silent protector type. I did really like that. I kind of wish he did have more lines in the movie.
Best friend's name was Hiroka. That's the best friend's name. I just looked it up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I really liked the kid with the kayak. I did really like that kid. He was one of my favorites.
Yeah, Shinjiro. Yeah, I loved it. I thought he was funny. Yeah, when he came up, because they was just like, he's in the kayaking club and he's the only member of it. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Sunflower, what about you? Who was your favorite supporting character in the movie?
Kayak boy. What is like Kima Shiba or something? Mm-hmm. I think that's his name, or what they call him at least. But yeah, he was really funny from the get-go. Like, he had like this personality, like the old kind of like 90s anime kind of character personality. And it was really funny when we were seeing the scene where he was trying to figure out if, was it Ruka?
It's Ruka.
Yeah, the girl.
Yeah, like didn't realize like, and a girl never liked me before. I don't know. I was like, oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed his character, and I already told Benjamin here that I thought he was going to be the dragon.
I would have liked that. I really thought I had two different theories on if it was going to be the original love interest, or if it was going to be, like, I did remember seeing the little boy and the two little boys on screen in like a video chat pop-up thing when they were trying to find who Dragon was. But I was like, oh, that's too easy. It can't be those two kids. It's got to be like the love interest or something. I was wrong. So I still ended up being surprised.
Yeah. And I think that was the big red herring, because at one point, like, the guy that she did like, when he put two and two together that she was Belle, I was like, yeah, he's about to reveal that he's Dragon. But then when we find out that he's not, and he's just being a supportive friend, and we find out that Kai is Dragon, you know, I just thought that was an interesting take. And like, just Suzu, you know, finding herself again and, you know, showing the world who she really is. And that was one of the messages that I liked about this movie as well, is because everybody relies so much on social media and whatnot. And you can go up here on social media, you can go on TikTok, you can go on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you can go on any social media platform, and you can pretty much create a new you. You know, you're never yourself. You don't have to be your real self. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was interesting when she showed what she really looked like. And of course, there were some people in the crowd that was just like, okay, yeah, she's a loser and whatnot. But then when you had the one popular girl who was trashing her at first and was screaming for her to sing, I was just like, yeah, man, like, this is awesome. And it's just one of those things about social media. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad, but you know, in this world, it was good. And one other thing I wanted to touch on was when you had the Justice League in the movie. You had these vigilantes, they were trying to capture Dragon and whatnot. You had the one dude named Justin, who was looking like a Mega Man villain, saying like he wanted to reveal people's true selves. It's just like, who are you, man? Like, just chill. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good movie. Final thoughts, starting with you and doing Sunflower, and what's your rating for the movie?
Final thoughts. The songs were all enjoyable. My favorite one being "Lend Me Your Voice." I really enjoyed that whole scene. As I said before, at the beginning was a little slow. Took a moment for it to actually pick up into the story, and I do agree with Jackie. Now viewing over, like, there were like some development that was kind of missing there that I would have loved to see. So maybe giving more time to the movie, maybe like 30 minutes, that could have been possible. But even with that, I'm still going to give this a 9 out of 10 because it still was a good movie to me. There's some parts that could have been improved on or not as rushed. But overall, I thought it was a really good movie.
Nice. Jackie?
I think it's a gorgeous movie visually. I think all the music's amazing. I would definitely watch it again. Like maybe see like if there are things that I missed maybe at just the first watch in the theater. I'd probably give it about a 6.
That's fair.
That's fair. I mean, it's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? At least you can give it a 4.
It's an above average movie, but it's still like the plot to me is really average, but everything else I really like.
All right, I can dig that. For me, the animation was on point. I did enjoy the story. I agree with you guys when you mentioned that the plot could have been a little bit better, but for what it was, I thought it was okay. The music was really good. A Million Miles Away. Yeah, I love that song. I downloaded it. I got it on my gym playlist. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the music was awesome. I definitely want to see this movie again, and I want to see it sub so that way I can see the difference between voice actors and whatnot. And I do wonder if when you watch it sub, do they use the English, the dub version of the song, or if they're going to use the Japanese version of the song?
I did hear. Oh.
Go ahead. Who was about to say something first?
Darren Sunflower, you go first.
I was just saying, like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Japanese because I was just talking to my friend that saw it in sub.
Oh, okay. It's going to be Japanese. All right. Well, go ahead, Jackie.
I definitely would like to watch it in Japanese as well because there were a couple things in the dub that were definitely, like, noticeably lost in translation, like the part where Suzu and the popular girl like giggle and they're like, oh, we just said each other's first names. I know a lot of people who don't really watch anime are gonna be like, well, why was that important? That's a big in Japanese culture. Just little things like that I feel like were lost in translation in the dub. That's why I would really like to watch it in Japanese as well.
Yeah, I would love to too.
And sometimes that happens. I know me and Enduring Sunflower had talked about that with Demon Slayer, where it's just like Rengoku in the dub, like there was just certain dialogue that it felt better watching it in the Japanese version because it just didn't make any sense in the dub. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, sometimes they're going to change stuff and sometimes it's for the better, sometimes it's not. But yeah, for me, I give this movie a 10. I highly recommend it. Go see it. And if you are going to wait on it, then watch it when you do have it available, when it's on digital and whatnot. But with that being said, thank you everybody for watching the review for Belle. Before I let everybody go, Jackie, let everybody in social media land know where they can find you at.
On Instagram, it's Jalen LYN _Rosie with 2 E's.
Nice. Enduring Sunflower.
All right, it's enduring.sunflower at Instagram.
Awesome. And you know where you can find me, your hero Benjamin Banks, at King Benji _Banks on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. It is my birthday today. Hop in the comments. Wish me a happy birthday. Let me know your thoughts on Belle if you have seen it. And let me know what your rating is for it. With that being said, keep that pinky up. Stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace. Thank you for watching a brand new episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure that you hit that like button and you subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content on our channel. Make sure you check out our podcast where we release new episodes every Tuesday and the video of that episode is uploaded on Friday. And you can find new episodes of our podcast on all podcast platforms. Make sure you follow all the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks social media accounts at Leveling Up Banks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, we have a Patreon. If you're feeling generous and would love to donate to us, it's at Leveling Up Banks. And huge shout out to our patrons. We really appreciate you and thank you for the support. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.